good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Just know that we are saying hello. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you are doing well. I am doing well myself, and today I'm here with kind of a different video. I haven't done a sit down video in a while, so I wanted to come and talk about what I discovered at my 20-week appointment. If you guys did not know, or you are not a subscriber of my channel, I am a TTCer, or I was trying to conceive for honestly about 2 years, and my husband and I are now expecting our first child, a baby girl, and we are, let me make sure, 26 weeks and make sure we are 26 weeks and 4 days today. Now, if you are not a subscriber, like I said, you wouldn't know that I had a myomectomy last year back in March. So unfortunately, every baby that I have from now on has to be a C-section baby. So that's all cool, fine and dandy. Baby girl will be here at 37 weeks exactly. But today the video is more so about my 20-week appointment and what I found out. Now, we don't have any bad news at all. Everything was fine. I'm more so speaking about the position of my placenta. Before I went in for my 20-week appointment, I can honestly say that I wasn't really feeling any like flutters. People say that it starts, as far as baby kicks, it starts off feeling like little butterflies, fluttery kind of feeling. To me, it didn't really feel like butterflies, I don't think. It kind of just felt like gas bubbles. So most of the time I couldn't tell if it was actually her or if it was gas, because you know when you're pregnant, girl, you be gassy. So I couldn't really tell, but I know for a fact that when I hit 19 weeks in a few days, I started feeling full on kicks. And when I tell people that, they're like, I don't know. But for real, I started feeling full on kicks at about 19 weeks in a few days, and ever since then I had been feeling her up until my 20-week appointment, which I had right at 20 weeks. I had been feeling my baby with no problem. Kicks, like full on kicks. So I just want to put that out there first before I get to talking about how we found out that I had a anterior placenta. Before the 20-week appointment, I had started feeling kicks, and so we went in for the 20-week appointment, and everything is going well. Baby girl, she gave the lady a very hard time. She always wanted to stay very low. So about midway through the appointment, my baby shifted and did not want to be bothered by the ultrasound tech at all. She was just like, no, I don't want to show you my face. I don't want to show you, like, she was real. She went with the mess, but she got all the pictures that we needed, of course. And go to your 20-week appointment. They make sure everything is okay and they look at everything. So she says, oh, and you have a anterior placenta. Now, of course, when you first find out you're pregnant, your first baby, you're already looking up stuff ahead of time before the doctor's appointments and things of that nature. So I had already seen the term anterior placenta, and I've saw so many things about how women weren't feeling their babies kick and move, and do all of this, that, and the third, and how, you know, some women even up to 30 weeks wasn't really feeling their baby move. And I actually know a few women who have or had anterior placentas. So I'm like, hopefully, you know, everything is good. You know how it is when you're a first-time mom, you're pregnant for the first time. Everything is just like kind of bothersome, and it makes you have a little bit of anxiety. So just hearing the stories about women not feeling their babies move, which is a big part of the pregnancy, of course, it kind of made me feel like, oh my gosh, like, what in the world? So, but because I had already started feeling baby girl at 19 weeks, I wasn't too concerned. I was actually more so shocked that I had a anterior placenta. I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, oh yeah, it's positioned in front of the baby instead of behind. And I was like, okay. I was telling her, well, is that, you know, just to confirm, I've heard that term before. Does it necessarily mean that I won't feel baby as much? Because I've really felt her, you know, the last week or so. You guys can't see now, but she's kicking the crap out of me all day long. This is what she does. So I'm like, does that necessarily mean that I won't feel her as much? And she said, well, no, it just kind of depends on baby's position around the placenta, like where she is, and, you know, things of that nature. So that kind of calmed my nerves. But what I didn't realize is a lot of the times before the 20-week appointment, when I would feel her, she would be either really low or kind of on the sides. Now that I'm a little further along in the pregnancy, I feel her everywhere. Homegirl is moving around with no problem. I feel her move. I can see it, you know, on my stomach. I can see her kicks. I can see her little butt or her feet or whatever is going on. I can actually see it and feel it as well. So leaving the doctor's office with that information, but knowing that I feel her and stuff like that, made me kind of calm down about you know, the whole placenta thing and not being able to really feel her. But as days went on, a few days after that, I think, like I said, every day after hitting 19 weeks, y'all, I promise, every day after hitting about 19 weeks, I felt my baby sometime during the day. Of course, back then she didn't really, I couldn't really tell like a schedule, or, you know, she kicks more at night and she does this. Now I can, of course, but back then I didn't, of course, I mean, she didn't have a schedule back then. But I knew for sure that every day I felt her sometime throughout the day, sometime. So a little after that appointment, this is how the devil worked, child. I stopped feeling her, and the anxiety rose up in my spirit, and it really bothered me. It really bothered me. And I'm like, in the middle of the night, it was like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, I told my husband, okay, this is it. I've went all day. I have not felt her. This is it. I'm going to the hospital. Like, I don't care what you do, homeboy, but I'm going, and I'm figuring out what the heck is going on. You know, first time mom anxiety is real. So I'm like, I don't know what you finna do, but I'm going to the hospital. And my husband, he's like, no, babe, wait until in the morning. Everything is fine, I promise. You know, you go all day sometimes without feeling her. And I'm like, look, I understand that, but sometime throughout the freaking day into the night, I'm gonna feel my child. I'm gonna feel her sometime throughout the day. Sometime I'm gonna feel her move. And so that day, anxiety just started to set in, and I'm like, you know, I'm praying, I'm crying. I started crying and just really freaking out. So the next morning, I woke up, I gave it a little bit of time. I tried, y'all. I gave it a little bit of time. Still didn't feel anything. I hopped my tail up, got some clothes on, went to labor and delivery. Sure did. Because I'm trying to feel my baby. And every day since 19 weeks, I have felt my child move. I promise. So I get there and I kind of feel embarrassed. I don't know why I kind of feel embarrassed. I'm like telling them what's going on. And I think that I was embarrassed because to them, I was still so early on in the pregnancy, but to me, I'm over halfway done because I'm having her at 37 weeks. So I'm like, I'm over halfway done, like, but to them, I felt like they were nice and all, but I felt like it was kind of like a thing where they were like, girl, you're still a little early. You just started feeling her move, really. You know, just calm down. Just calm down. Trying to do me like how my husband does me. Girl, just calm down. So I get in there, I'm telling them, you know, I'm da-da-da weeks pregnant. I think at the time I was like 23 weeks maybe. I don't even know. I was just over my 20-week appointment. So maybe 22 weeks, something like that. And I'm telling them, like, I felt her move, I promise, ever since da-da-da, and I felt this, and I felt her move. So they do the contraction test. Are you having contractions? No, I'm not having contractions. I'm not. And they pull out the Doppler. They do the Doppler, find her heartbeat. No problem. Kind of hard for them to keep her heartbeat steady because she was moving around. So they do the ultrasound. My child is up in there just chilling. Just chilling, kick back, chilling, cool. Now, I left out the part of the story where I don't always feel her on the surface, like up on my belly. Right now, I can feel her. Let me pull y'all down. Let's see. Right now, I can feel her right here. She's kicking me right here. That's I keep holding on to this because I'm like, okay, McKenna, we're gonna get through this video and I'll go feed you. But I feel her right now, right here, and that's pretty high up. But as I said before, we're a little bit further in the pregnancy. So I don't always feel her here, like up here on my stomach, like being able to see her move and kick. But sometimes I feel her on my backside. What I like to call it is she's kicking my butt, literally. I feel her down in my butt, like kicking it, and it feels like a pulse sensation, like a heartbeat kind of, but not as like boom, 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 but boom, boom, if that makes sense. Sometimes I feel her, quite often really, I feel her in my butt and on my backside. Why? When I was there, that kind of clicked in my head. When they did the ultrasound and I saw that she was okay, I'm calm now. I was telling the doctor, I'm like, well, at my 20-week appointment, I did find out that I had a anterior placenta. Does that have something to do with this? And he's like, oh yeah, definitely. I said, so is it common for me to kind of feel her more on my backside, like quite literally my butt? And he was like, yes, it is very common if you have an anterior placenta, to feel your baby lower, which like I described earlier, when I first started feeling her, I was feeling her kind of low. It's common to feel them on the sides, like if I lay down. If I haven't felt her for a while, I will go lay down on my side and immediately I feel her kicking, or your backside. So I really wanted to do this video because I know that a lot of women deal with this position of placenta, and you know, they're kind of nervous, especially when they first find out at a 20-week appointment, you know, that you may not really be feeling your baby. And some women by that time still haven't felt anything just because of where the baby is positioned. And I know that can be kind of nerve-wracking, but I wanted to make a video about my experience with it, because now that I am almost 27 weeks, I feel her move all the time. And I know that kind of anxiety feeling of what's going on, like poking your belly, where are you, baby? Like, what's going on? Come on, girlfriend. But I am sure that the baby is fine. But if you feel like baby is not okay, I definitely suggest, if you're over 20 weeks, just go into labor and delivery, friend. Like, what they gonna do? Kick you out? The doctor that checked me out, he was like, you know, don't be feeling a type of way, don't be embarrassed about coming, because baby movement is something that is very important. If you feel like you are not feeling your baby move, definitely don't let anyone talk you out of going to see what's going on, going to labor and delivery, trying to find out, like, okay, is he or she okay? Because that is your child. You know what I'm saying? That is your child, and anterior placenta or not, we need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, like I said, just make this video just to give my take and my experience on having a anterior placenta. I try to keep myself level-headed. If I'm not feeling her, I will lay on my side. I'll drink something cold, you know, that's one thing that they say to do. Drink something cold, or for my baby, if I drink Sprite, she's my child for real. Because if I drink a Sprite, it'll get her going. So that's one thing that I do, drink a Sprite or drink something cold, you know, move around a little bit, and normally she gets in the position where I can actually feel her move. But yeah, having a anterior placenta is a tough thing. Like I said, some women don't even feel their babies until like 30 weeks, but I just want to let you know, girl, I'm here. We are standing together. I got you, and I understand your pain, and I understand going sometime without feeling your baby. That's nerve-wracking for real. But I just wanted to come on and sit down and actually talk to you guys. I haven't talked to you guys sitting down in a minute. But if you have any questions, or if you have the same experience like with the anterior placenta, you're pregnant now and you have an anterior placenta, I would love to talk to you. I would love to know. So just leave a comment down below. We could be friends, homegirl, you know. I mean, we can be mama friends together over the internet. That's totally fine with me. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.